Andrew Jacked 2023 Arnold Classic versus Andrew Jacked 2023 Texas Pro. Who wins? Plus, is Andrew Jacked a Mr Olympia Contender this year? What's up, Desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back for another episode of Who Wins, where we're comparing Andrew Jacked on the left from a 2023 Arnold Classic where he placed third to Andrew Jacked on the right from a 2023 Texas Pro, where we don't know what he's placing yet because it's only after prejudging so far when I'm recording this. But many people believe he'll win this contest, qualify for 2023 Mr Olympia, and we'll also discuss, is he a Mr Olympia contender this year? So let's go into the front double bicep. So Andrew Jacked on the left, very cut out. You look at the front double bicep, that alone, and it looks fantastic. But then you look on the right and you can see a considerable amount more fullness. You look at the arms, dramatically fuller. And that was one area that I thought at the Arnold Classic sort of flattened out a little bit too much. But look at the lats. His lats look so much thicker, so much more dense. Just you can see the vascularity through them. It's just dramatically different to me. The chest is fuller. The midsection is just as tight to me. It's just an overall different look. It's a fuller version of Andrew Jacked, and I think it's a much better version of Andrew Jacked, in my opinion. Some people were saying it was just comparable to the Arnold Classic earlier this year. I think it's two different bodybuilders to me. So it excites me for the 2023 Mr. Olympia, considering many people believe this version of Andrew Jacked is better than the Arnold Classic version, which people thought was better than the Mr. Olympia version, and he still placed 8th in his first Mr. Olympia. So that goes to show how high he could be at this year's Mr. Olympia. So let's go into the front lat spread. Considerably better. Again, you can see the lats, the way they poke out, how much thicker they look just from the front. The chest is thicker, still has those same sort of striations. There is a difference in lighting. There's a slight difference in angle as well. But overall, he's bigger. The legs are bigger as well, I believe. And it's just a so much more complete pose. I thought his front lat spread was a little bit down at the Arnold Classic. And here, I think it was the best on stage. Then we move into the side chest, where Andrew is hitting this pose considerably better. You can see his rear delt poking out there. You can see how much bigger his delts look. Could that be the way he's hitting the shot? Maybe partly, but then look at the side leg as well. There's like an extra line going down that side leg. It is considerably thicker. Overall, this side chest is dramatically better to me. Now, some people may say the 2023 Arnold Classic version on the left, he's much tighter, but I think there's a certain shine to his physique, and the way the lighting hit that might make him look a little bit leaner on the left, but I believe the condition is comparable, and I think he even looks a little bit tighter on the right if you've got a good eye for bodybuilding, because you're getting to see extra lines and not necessarily details, because the footage is different. It's Gilco Productions on the left, and it's obviously photography from NPC News Online on the right. So Gilco shooting in 8K, and then the photos that are uploaded to NPC News Online, they're obviously going to be, downgraded in quality and whatnot, so they're uploaded nice and quick. And those photos went up really fast, so shout out to NPC News Online. Then we move into the side tricep, at least this variation of the side tricep, and Andrew only hit this version at the Texas Pro, which I think was a smart move, and if they let him get away with it, then do it, and he looks so much bigger. And look at that pec as well. It looks just as hard, if not harder, at the Texas Pro. And there's a lot more thickness there. There's just a lot more muscle. The legs look bigger. The arms look dramatically bigger. Look how that tricep's poking out. Now, it is a slightly different angle. But to me, overall, he is so much better at the Texas Pro. And that 5 pounds looks more like 20, like Dave Palumbo said prior to the 2023 Texas Pro when he saw those pre-contest photos of Andrew. Now we move into the back double bicep, where it's another pose, which I think looks way better. So you can look at the triceps here, you can look at the bicep, you can see the way they cut into the insertions where the delt goes. And at the Arnold Classic earlier this year, it looked a little bit more flat across the biceps, across that upper back area. Here, Andrew is much more bubbly on the right. And then you look at the legs as well, and you actually look at the glutes. So this is how you can tell the conditioning difference a little bit. You can actually see more lines through Andrew's glutes in those photos from the Texas Pro. So some people were saying Andrew's hamstrings were soft in the video and whatnot, but now we can see these HD photos. He just looks a lot better. Very impressed. Then we go into the rear lat spread. Now, he wasn't hitting this one perfect at the Texas Pro. He had his shoulders up a little bit, and he sort of varied it when he hit it one time compared to another time. So I think he hit it a little bit better later on when he's in the comparison rounds, but there is a lot more muscle on that back. It is way thicker to me. I think it looks a lot better. And yeah, still from lower body, obviously much the same, but you can just see there's a lot more thickness in that pose. Then we head into the ab and thigh, and it's much of the same, just more thickness overall, and you can really tell the difference here in the lats. That's the big area I noticed on this pose personally. Still looked great at the Arnold Classic earlier this year, but you can see the waist to lat ratio. Look at it on the left, you can see there's a difference. Obviously, he comes out of the lats a bit, but then you look at it from a Texas Pro, there is just more muscle there. The chest looks thicker. Overall, just a much better pose at the Texas Pro. And I love this version of the ab and thigh that Andrew hits as well. Super impressive. And yeah, his waist was probably a tiny bit smaller at the Arnold Classic earlier this year, but it really doesn't matter because it's still super tight. And if everything gets bigger, proportionally, he still looks the same. He just looks like a blown up version of Andrew Jacked from the Arnold Classic. Then we head into a few different variations of the most muscular. And I tried to get the one on the left at the ideal time in the video, but he only hits it for like a millisecond. So you can see he's not really fully in the pose at any stage. This is a new variation that he's doing on stage now with the hands together. I've never seen Andrew do this before on stage. Looks pretty damn good on his physique. He's sort of like really squared off at the delts and sort of like a squared off pose, but it still looks really good. And it's an interesting way for Andrew to hit the most muscular. But then when he puts the hands on the hips, you get a true comparison of how much better he was at the Texas Pro. Look how full and hard that chest looks. It looks absolutely incredible. You can see how much bigger the arms are, and you see how much less of a gap there is when he puts his hands on the hips in his physique. There would look like there was lots of gaps at the Arnold Classic. Here, he just looks so much more complete. Every part of him is bigger. The shoulders, the arms, even the legs are a little bit bigger as well. And the abs are just more dense and still has a really tight waist. So overall, Andrew Jacked, I think, is dramatically better at the 2023 Texas Pro. Can he be a Mr. Olympia Contender this year? I believe he can. If he can improve even a little bit on this Texas Pro appearance, I think he can win the 2023 Mr. Olympia, but it is a tough call because we haven't seen him really compared side by side with the likes of Derek Lunsford, Hardy Chupin, Brandon Curry, Nick Walker. Well, we have seen him side by side with Nick Walker. We saw it at the Arnold Classic, and I think he's considerably better than that. And some people had Andrew Jacked winning that Arnold Classic. And if you had him winning the Arnold Classic with a dramatically better version, that to me says he can win the 2023 Mr. Olympia. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Can Andrew Jacked win the 2023 Mr. Olympia? How much better was he than the Arnold Classic? Or do you disagree with me and thought he was better at the Arnold Classic? Let me know all your thoughts on that in the comments below. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up for myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. So for Xavier Wills, this is Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are out.